Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. LeBron James thought that he was the shogun of the North, man. He went up there and he basically trolled the entire world, and people were, "Oh, Charles, you a dumbass. You're a dumb. You didn't realize that he was trolling? Come on, man. You should have seen through the grip." I apologize for taking him seriously. I thought that this dude was being serious. I mean, LeBron is older than me. One would have thought at 40 years old, you won't be trolling people and you would be a little bit more serious. Apparently, I was wrong. So I guess the egg is on my face because I look like a dumbass for taking a 40-plus-year-old man seriously about pump faking about retirement. I guess I'm Boo-Boo the Fool. I'll take that. I'll never be suckered again by a troll. But I thought that this guy was being serious. A lot of people felt as well, and the ticket for Laker tickets for the last game of the season went from about $85 to $485, and people went out and bought those tickets because following behind this guy here. All right? And we did a show about it, reacting to it. Last night we did a live where we then find out that he's going to miss the entire price. As I told you guys. I told you this. I said that LeBron was going to go out this final year with the Lakers with just one antic after the next. We did that. So what happened? Got home today. I was feeling a bit under the weather. So I opened up my phone and I saw a post from ESPN featuring Stephen A. Smith basically calling this dude a cornball and a buffoon for what he did. So I started to watch and I said, no, let me go watch the full clip on YouTube to see what he actually said. So I click on it thinking it was just going to be Stephen A. Smith that called out LeBron James, but Chris Mad Dog Russo was in the building. And Chris Russo absolutely laid into this dude alongside Stephen A. Smith and essentially called LeBron a troll. And he's like, bro, you're a cornball for this. So for those of you who didn't hear what these gentlemen had to say, we want to play their comments for you now. And I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith and Chris Mad Dog Russo had to say about LeBron James trolling NBA fans about his retirement. Take a listen to him here.
S.A., what do you make of LeBron James' second decision?
Well, I think one critic said it best when they said that if you make a bad movie, typically you don't have a sequel. So if you look at the decision and the manner in which that was handled and the way it served to alienate folks back at that time, you would think that he wouldn't want to remind people of that, considering the heat he took from that. And unfortunately, he was tone deaf, and that's not the decision. That's not the path that he took. This was corny as hell. It was cringy. It was all of that. We know this. You're promoting an alcoholic beverage and trying to give people the impression that this could be your final season, that you might end up retiring. And so, one other person joked and they said, you know what, that's like Jordan. Compare that to Jordan saying, I'm back. What if he had said, no, I'm teasing you, and then it happened to be a Hanes commercial? What if it had been something like that? And that's what this was the equivalent of. In the end, I don't understand why the second greatest player who ever lived, a four-time champion, a four-time league MVP, one of the greatest players who have ever lived, would stoop to trying to garner attention for himself with something other than trying to win a damn championship. I want to be in Southern California come June. Are Lakers gonna win? Lakers gonna be in the picture. That's what I care about. I don't give a damn about some Hennessy commercial, especially from him. A matter of fact, if you play like garbage at any point in time when it really, really counts, I'm going to think about the Hennessy commercial and wondering if you was drinking something before the game. I mean, that's what's going to have me thinking about. I want to be in Southern California.
Oh, my God.
I love Oklahoma.
Oh.
I love Oklahoma City Thunder. I love the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yo, I don't want to be in Oklahoma City come June. I tried that, Swagoo. I Swagoo, I don't know if you noticed it now. I was trying to get from Minnesota to Oklahoma City. That was tough. I had to come out of my pocket to get that, all right? I want to be in Southern California. I want to be in Southern California. I want the finals in L.A. Can I get that? Because the one time they went to the finals and won it all with him in the Lakers uniform was when they were in the bubble. That wasn't in L.A. That was in a bubble in Orlando. I would like to be in L.A. in June. Can we talk about that, pulling that off? No, we can't, because of a damn Hennessy commercial. Y'all do y'all thing.
Here's what I would think, and has he ever come out, LeBron, you cover him much better than me. Has he ever come out and apologized for that asinine TV show with the decision when he went to Miami?
No.
Okay. So if he hasn't apologized for that, you know what, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that to Cleveland. It was corny. It was stupid. If he has never done that, then why should I believe Swagu's take? Well, this is his way of basically telling you that the idea of the decision was a mistake. Well, he's had 20 years to tell us, you know what, that was stupid. I shouldn't have done it that way. I should have just gone to Miami, and that's the end of it. But he made this big TV show about it. We had to wait 28 minutes to figure out where he was going.
Boys and Girls Club.
And he didn't tell the Cleveland, no, Dan Gilbert's not I understand, but he didn't even inform the Cavaliers what he was doing prior to going to Miami. And he joined freaking Wade and Bosh, a ready-made championship. And Wade didn't go to him. He went to Wade, for crying out loud. Wade and Bosh didn't go to Cleveland.
No, he did.
He had to go to Miami.
He did go to Miami.
Yeah, he had to go to Miami. Well, I understand your point.
He donated some money to it.
Don't compare Miami sports to Cleveland sports.
That's true.
Don't compare Miami.
And don't compare Cleveland to Miami.
That's fair.
Well, go ahead.
But Miami is a fake sports town. Woo. Cleveland is a real sports town.
So you heard what they had to say. Who's surprised by this dude? Who can honestly say, look, LeBron is not serious. I thought that this guy would have taken okay, let me go through my rationale as to why I thought LeBron was going to be retiring. Let me just kind of work you guys through my logic here. I thought, given the fact that this was his final year under contract with the Lakers, it was year 23, which is his jersey number, I thought that, okay, well, a good way to go out would be to announce you're retiring before the season commences, then get the Lakers to give you a farewell tour, and you ride off into the sunset. Or I said maybe the decision he was going to announce that somehow the Lakers had worked out a deal where LeBron would go back to Cleveland and finish off his final year of his career. Now, why did I say that? And I thought that would be a storybook ending. Because remember, he left home with that dumbass decision that he did, the dumbass special that he did. And I thought that by him doing it again, he would make things right by now kind of fixing the mistake that he made. That's what I thought. Silly me. But instead, it turned out to be another troll job. Number two, LeBron is worth $1.23 billion. This thing just seemed to be something that was beneath him. This is just the way I saw it. I'm like, there's no way LeBron would do something like this. This is beneath him. A player of that caliber? You know very well that people are speculating whether or not you're going to retire. And then you now turn this moment into a damn Hennessy ad? And I'll tell you what happens next. Whenever LeBron does decide to retire, most people are not going to, I think some people are not going to care. Because you've now pump faked. So who's to say when you're really ready to retire the next time, it's going to be for real? Who's to say? It makes him look like a clown. Regarding the word cringe, LeBron is easily the most cringed player I've seen in the NBA history, man. Things that you're watching a commercial and you're like, this is cringy. And he just doesn't get it. Nobody in his camp gets it. Going up there to ESP's, wearing the like, don't nobody see this? Like, don't nobody be like, yo, bro, like, knock it off. Like, nah, we're not doing that. They all just twerking along with it. It just, but what can you expect? What can you honestly expect from this guy? And his supporters, they just gobble it up, man. They over there rubbing honey on slices of bread like, yeah, man, go ahead, Bron. You give it to us the way you like it, the way you like to do it. We'll take it any way you give it. They just love it all. I don't understand. Bro, you too old for this. I don't know, man. LeBron, 41 years old, hanging out with Carson. What do y'all have in common? What are y'all talking about? It's not like as if y'all ran into each other and y'all like chopping it up. Yeah, cool, whatever. But you like hanging out, talking 2-3 hours. What are we talking about? The things I'm going to be talking about when I was 23 is not the same things I'm talking about when I'm 41. What are we talking? But hey, LeBron just one big troll, man. He's now turned himself into a troll. Can you imagine a troll And his friends are like, oh, this is popular. This is great. Can you imagine? They're coming to the channel laughing at me. LeBron got you. And in the end, he ended up making himself look like a bigger bozo. He ended up alienating even more people. Can you imagine? This guy, I don't even know how he does it. People talk about, oh, why you always hating on LeBron? What LeBron do? It's things like this. You wonder? Here's your example. A lot of the stuff that causes people to hate LeBron is self-inflicted. Nobody told LeBron to go do that. He did it all on his own. A lot of it is just self-inflicted wounds. As you guys know, LeBron James decided that he was going to turn himself into the local troll, the internet troll, this week. About 48 hours ago or so, he posted a video of a teaser of the second decision. And foolish people like myself actually took him seriously for once. I said, oh, LeBron is going to be announcing his retirement. This would be the perfect time for him to do so. His last year in the contract with the Lakers, this makes perfect sense. He's going to do it because it's the right moment. Some people are trying to caution me. You're giving this guy a little bit too much credit, Charles. Calm it down. He's about to pull another troll job. And I said, no, there's no way. He was like, no, he's probably going to be promoting some product. I'm like, LeBron is going to go to this length just to promote a product? I'm like, no, I refuse to believe it. Then yesterday it comes out that this dude was up there promoting a damn liquor, Hennessy. And I said to myself, you just can't make this up. This got to be the biggest cornball that we got going. So what happened? I was just going through my phone from an account that I don't even follow, The Athletic. I see a post, and I want to read it for you guys. I'm going to put up the post for you guys to see the thumbnail. It says, an excerpt from The Athletic. Tuesdays, the second decision was easily the cringiest, corniest thing he has ever done in his otherwise superlative career. Dan Shanoff on LeBron James's liquor ad that teased a second decision. And I'm like, well. Let's get into some of what the article had to say. It says, LeBron's second decision could have been memorable. Instead, it was corny. If LeBron's original the decision was a fascinating display of self-regard, Tuesdays, the second decision was easily the cringiest, corniest thing he has ever done in his otherwise superlative career. Spoiler, it was a liquor ad. How did we get here? LeBron James teases the decision of all decisions to announce a liquor ad. James, who begins his 23rd season in the NBA later this month, poked fun at his 2010 free agency reveal in an advertisement. When LeBron originally tweeted out Monday he was announcing the decision of all decisions at noon Eastern Time Tuesday, it sent fans on social media into a frenzy. Is LeBron announcing that this is his last season? Clear-eyed observers knew that was the remotest possibility. A self-consciously worded message from people around LeBron indicated that this wasn't going to be a retirement announcement. Occam's razor didn't stop speculators from slamming the ticket resale sites to snatch up the Los Angeles Lakers finale tickets, which were lurching upward at ever-increasing prices. That left an advertisement or another marketing message as what we were all looking at. Maybe something about Amazon Prime Day, maybe something about Apple or Beats, maybe something with Nike. By invoking the decision, the famous/infamous TV special announcing his free agency hop from hometown Cleveland to Miami, including the instantly memorable and memeable "I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach" phrasing, LeBron was setting a pretty high bar for cultural relevance, bringing up arguably the biggest off-court NBA moment of the 21st century. The decision transfixed 13 million people tuned in for the moment itself. That's more than the average TV audience of the 2025 NBA Finals. But it also infuriated, featuring a surge of social media videos showing people burning LeBron's jersey in the streets of Ohio. That July 2010 night launched an entire industry of LeBron loathing. LeBron knew that by referencing the decision, he was elevating Tuesday's announcement into something with maximum emotional baggage for fans. Then to have it end up being Just a liquor ad. Meanwhile, the execution was equally awkward. In LeBron's original tweet Monday, he mentioned noon Eastern time for his announcement. Around 10:30 a.m. Eastern time Tuesday, Hennessy's social media account posted the video. A few minutes later, LeBron sheepishly reposted the Hennessy post with a couple of emojis. It was almost like LeBron knew what a dud this was. Quick aside. I'll never begrudge LeBron his opportunity to line up another massive endorsement deal, which this surely was. More power to him. But I'm mystified that he and his team thought that this marketing execution was a good idea. It must have been a very big check. If this is LeBron's last season, and will that eventual announcement now officially be the decision 3? Or will they retcon today's dud into oblivion, like a movie sequel that no one talks about? I do feel like that announcement is worthy of a decision-level spectacle. A big public moment to announce the end of LeBron's career would have been a fitting bookend to the decision that in many ways launched the modern LeBron that we know, that we have known in 15 years since. But this, invoking an all-time sports culture moment like the decision just to support a cringy, corny ad for Hennessy? Imagine if Michael Jordan faxed a note, "I'm back," then the next page spat out, "I'm back to wear Hanes' new Comfort Blend boxer's brief." This kind of buildup and letdown is beneath LeBron. It's beneath us all. What else you want me to say? What else you want me to say? These LeBron fans that were twerking it up and rubbing honey between their butt cheeks were, "Oh, yeah, LeBron got you. Dumb, DREAMERSPRO." The dude ended up making himself look like a bigger clown at the end of it all. This guy just can't stop. He won't be stopped. I've said it before. You have LeBron fans and LeBron apologists littered all throughout the media. Oh, why does LeBron hate us so much? I mean, I don't understand why you don't like the guy. I don't understand why you don't like the guy. I mean, come on, why you don't like him? Because he's annoying. He's annoying. Why don't you like the person you don't like? Because they annoy you. I mean, duh. You're wondering why? Some people are like, "Oh no, man, you just gotta appreciate the basketball part of him." Nah. He also a person. That's annoying. He annoying. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's annoying. No. Just appreciate the fact that you're a basketball player. Just appreciate that. You better get the hell up on my face with that nonsense. Is that how you approach everybody else in life? Come on, knock it off. He's annoying. He pulls off dumbass antics. That's why a lot of people are annoyed with this guy. There's no end to the foolery. There's no end. So now, when he announces the real decision, who's taking this dude seriously? That's what happens. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Now you're going to announce the real decision. We're going to be like, "Oh, okay, all right." The next one going to be finally. That's going to be the reaction from him. Finally, bro. Finally, you're going home. That's going to be the public reaction. Finally. The day he announces he retired, everybody should create the hashtag, "Finally, LeBron, you're leaving." Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This one, it's just more of this dude, man. Just more of this guy. We have produced some shows over the last 2 weeks that have done pretty well, and people seem to be agreeing with some of the things that I've been saying. Look, I've been saying for the longest time that I believe that Stephen A. Smith is a political grifter. And that annoys me. I don't like grifters. And some people may feel like, "Oh, you're upset at Stephen A. Smith because he may be black with conservative views." No, my brother, no. No. Marcellus Wiley, I'm cool with him. He's a conservative. I have no issues with him. But at least there's some consistency. There's some intellectual consistency with this guy. He's pretty much been that way for a long time. But if you listen to people like Stephen A. Smith, a lot of his rhetoric was liberal and democratic for years. Just go back to listen to him on ESPN. And some people may feel like, oh, no, he has some conservative views. He may have been a Republican because he was a capitalist. Bro, there are Democrats that love making money. That doesn't make you a Republican. People like to make money regardless of anything, right? But to me, I believe that Stephen A. Smith decided that his entree into the political arena was to ride the wave of the conservative movement because they are the ones that are in power. Stephen A. Smith is not a conservative, nor is he somebody that tries to paint himself as, oh, I'm just in the middle. No, he's not. I believe Stephen A. Smith is a Democrat masquerading as a liberal, and as an independent, while pushing conservative talking points. How can you be an independent when almost every single thing that comes out of your mouth is pro-right leaning, and you're always criticizing the Democratic Party? Some people on the right don't even know that this joker voted for Kamala Harris. Yes, he did. He's been criticizing, the Democrats don't know what they're doing. They're rudderless. They're confused. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. But he supported her. As a matter of fact, just 11 months ago, he was sparring on Fox News with Sean Hannity over why he believed that Kamala Harris was a more qualified candidate for office than Donald Trump. For those of you who don't remember that or probably never heard that, take a listen to Stephen A. Smith here arguing for Kamala Harris to be president. Take a listen to him here.
All right, so let's stay on Kamala Harris for a second here. Democrats are in a state of panic. Although momentum seems to be going to Donald Trump. I told you this would happen in a private conversation we had. You were skeptical. I think I was proven right. You know sports better than I do. I think I know politics. I know.
You do.
But here's my question for you. You did call her out early, and you said she's making a mistake not doing interviews. Now, she does these interviews, and I argue to you that the reason she's struggling and she's like tied up in a pretzel because she can't express what she has stated publicly, that she wants the Green New Deal, the elimination of the filibuster. She can't say she wants to eliminate private health insurance, as she has said in the past. She's not going to run on what she has stated in the past to decriminalize illegal immigration, free food, housing, health care, education, sex change operations, and a path to citizenship, or banning fracking, banning offshore drilling. So she has to, give us word salads because she won't tell us how she really feels. She's hiding her true beliefs.
Well,
Donald Trump doesn't do that.
Well, first of all, that's a very long question. Let's get to it. Number one, you talk about what she's doing. Bottom line is this: as Vice President of the United States, it wasn't her job to lead. She has to go along with the program. You are a support base. You support the person that is in charge, who happened to be Joe Biden. That's number one. Number two, I know you're not talking about somebody being lucid and cogent and enunciating their thoughts with clarity, and you're bragging about Donald Trump. We can't be watching the same stuff if that's what you're doing. You ain't gonna do that today.
You know
now,
what?
Lindsey Graham, hold it. Now, Senator Lindsey Graham is about to come on this show.
Let me tell you something.
That man can articulate himself very well. Not Donald Trump now.
I have sat with him for hour after hour after hour, topic after topic after topic, and he is so dialed in.
Really?
Look, it's funny. People try. This is like the latest argument. And meanwhile, your friends in the Democratic Party, they ignored the obvious, significant, deep cognitive decline of the president for over 4 years. I said it before the 2020 election. Kamala to this day say, oh, Joe was really cognitively alert. You know that's a crock. I know that's a crock.
What is she supposed to say, Sean?
Knows it's a crock. Not Donald Trump.
Sean, what is it? Hold on. What is she supposed to say? She's supposed to sit up there and say, you know what, my president, my boss.
Truth.
I mean, there was cognitive decline there. No, you're not. No, you don't do that.
Show?
You don't dime out your boss. You don't. Listen, I do tell the truth on my show, but guess what? So I said I do. What I said, however, is that I'm not going to dime out my boss if that's my boss. Go ahead.
Whoa, hang on a second. You know what? I have never watched you hold back. You say what you mean. You mean what you say. That's my point. She is. But she knew he was a cognitive mess, and now she's lying. Oh no, I never noticed it. It's a
because
crap.
Sean,
It's a lie.
because Sean, what
Just
you're trying
admit
to
it's a lie.
because what people. But because what, listen, I personally, a year earlier, I was saying there's slippage, there's something that ain't there. He ain't going to make it to the election. Y'all better get with the program,
No.
do something about it. I was on the record about Joe Biden, but I'm not a part of the Biden administration. And if I was a part of the Biden administration, I wouldn't have told you that. That's number one. Number two, she's the candidate now. You got to run against her. Are you going to beat her, Sean? Are you going to beat her? Are you going to beat her or not?
It's a straight up. It's straight up. The American people.
Are you as confident as you were months ago?
The biggest choice election in a lifetime.
I see some slippage on his
Stephen A.
So you heard what he had to say. But then what happened was she lost the election. And the minute he saw that, he was like, oh, well, time to start spewing my conservative points. And that's what he's been doing ever since. And people like myself, Roland Martin has been saying, oh, you know, Stephen A. Smith don't know what the hell he's talking about. And he's correct. But I'm taking it a step further. I believe that this guy is grifting out of control. He's just out of control with his grift. So what happened? This morning, I was just going through my phone. I was actually going through our DREAMERSPRO account on Instagram. If you're not following us there, please make sure you do. Same name as the channel, DREAMERSPRO. And I came across a post that was recommended to me. And it's from a page that I don't follow. It said the channel is Black Information Network. Black Information Network. And it says, Stephen A. Smith is facing backlash after he condemned Representative Jasmine Crockett, a Democrat of Texas, over her criticism of President Donald Trump. So what we want to do is we want to play some of what Stephen A. Smith had to say. I want you guys to listen to it in its entirety. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to his comments there.
Now Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself. I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia.
Excellent. So you heard what he had to say. Now, before I really unpack this show here and get into what people said and my thoughts on it, let me just quickly read what Roland Martin had to say in response to him. He said the following: I have no idea what Stephen A. Smith is talking about here. He is 100% wrong about Representative Jasmine Crockett. For you, that's her handle. She represents the Texas 30th Congressional District. I am a voter there. Her job is to represent 750,000 people. She is doing her job. And then he said a few other things. Now, I just want to read some comments from people here. And we may put up some of them, but we won't put up all of them. One person said, here, it says, man, F this clown. This fool just like to appease Massa. Another guy said, he had up a picture of, well, you guys can, a raccoon there. Another guy says, well, when what Trump wants is to be a dictator and turn our country into another authoritarian regime, then impeding Trump is exactly what she should be doing. A few other people chimed in. One guy from Harlem World said, he is a Trump puppet and a defender of the white nation. We don't mess with him anymore. And people just kept on laying into him in the comment section, right? People just people just kept on going off on him in the comment section. They were just roasting him, and I'm not going to be here to read all the comments, but you guys can go hunt the post down. What's my angle on this? My angle is the following. It's not that you're black and you're supporting Trump. It's a free world. You can support whomever you decide to support. I'm not here to tell people who they're meant to support. That is not my job. You have the right to vote for whoever you believe is the best candidate to run the nation. That's not my point. My issue is we're listening to a guy that has been spewing Democratic rhetoric for years. All throughout the election season, he was supporting Kamala Harris. He even went on panels with Chris Cuomo, Bill O'Reilly, arguing in support of Kamala Harris, voted for Kamala Harris, and the moment she lost, he turned into one of the biggest critics of the Democratic Party. I'm confused, bro. When did you discover that the Democrats were rudderless and confused? When did you discover that they were a useless set of people? When did you discover that? After election night? When did you figure all of this out? And you're telling me you just figured all of these things? No, he's grifting. He's grifting. Even he that likes to act like he's unbothered by all of that, he had to go on his show and answer people who were calling him a flip-flopper for championing conservative policies and all of that, Republican policies, while voting for Kamala Harris. So what we want to do is want to play what Stephen A. Smith had to say as to why he decided to vote for Kamala, trying to basically explain why he needs to be taken seriously by conservatives. Take a listen to this guy here.
I support my immigrant brothers, my Hispanic brothers and sisters, my immigrant brothers and sisters, because they're not all Hispanics. I just don't think any country should have open borders like we did. But if you go through the process, I'm all for immigrants coming into this country. If you're here illegally, I'm not for snatching children and separating them from their parents and sending them back. I'm not down for that. In my perfect world, although people might disagree with me, I'm of the mindset those who have been here, if you're not criminal, if you're law-abiding citizens and you're working, and somehow, some way you're paying your taxes and stuff like that, leave them alone. Just don't let nobody else in, because it's overcrowded going on now. It's overcrowdedness going on right now. And when we talk about Medicaid being an issue, because you got states like in California, we know what that's about. We know the reason why you're billions in debt is because of the money that you were utilizing towards helping migrants at the expense of citizens in California. Now, Gavin Newsom may deny that, or knowing him as fluid and as smooth as he is, he'll have a perfectly logical explanation for it, but people ain't trying to hear that. They're just not. And when I get to our president, what I'm saying to you, this is why I didn't vote for him. Something that I've said publicly on many occasions. I don't like how he acts. I don't like the name calling. I don't like the belligerence. I don't like the vindictiveness. I'm not talking policy. Because the fact of the matter is the prism of history tells us whether a policy is beneficial or not. Do I like him scaling black? A connection to black history? The Smithsonian Museum and other things with executive orders? No, I do not. But I'm not sure I disagree with the tariffs just yet. I certainly don't disagree with what he's done with immigration, because I thought it was necessary because of what Biden did. Last time I checked, the economy hasn't collapsed. Inflation may be imminent, if not already here, but we haven't felt the profound effects of that yet. Maybe it's coming, maybe it won't. And I'm not worried about people being in jail and being let out the same day like I was under the previous administration. I ain't apologizing for that. But the reason that I didn't vote for this president, a man that I knew before he went into office, he had events all the time, sporting events, boxing events, and other things. We were always there. That's why you've never heard me calling them racist and comparing them to Nazis. He was cool with us. What I don't like is the belligerence, because it serves to polarize, not galvanize. And then it leaves the American citizen living in chaos because we've been convinced by leaders on Capitol Hill that nothing can get done because everything is vitriolic. And I don't have time for that. We need somebody to bring us together, to be an adult in the room. And every time you hold out hope that Donald Trump is going to do that, he does something like this. Play this video, please.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore.
An AI-generated video of Chuck Schumer standing next to Hakeem Jeffries, with Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero. Donald Trump posted on his social media page, Truth Social. Ladies and gentlemen, how is Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer supposed to be incentivized to then turn around and work with this?
So you heard what he had to say. Did any of that, I don't like the way Trump behaves. I don't like any of this. Well, obviously a person's behavior will inform the decisions. Don't they go hand in hand? And you're criticizing Jasmine, my brother. That's American politics today. It's one big clown show. I live outside the United States. Everybody's laughing at us. Everybody is laughing. You go anywhere in the world right now, nobody's taking Americans serious. If anybody told you that people are taking Americans seriously, they're lying to you, or you've never been on a plane before. Go outside your state, your county, whatever. Hop on a plane and travel around the world and get to hear what people think about Americans. People can't believe it. So this is the political atmosphere. What she's doing is mirroring a behavior. Mirroring it. The president said the woman has low IQ and all of this. Well, I'm confused. I'm confused. And he seems to be confused about the role of a president and what he's meant to do. He's supposed to reach across the aisle and work with various people. He's confused by that. Totally. Do you know why? Because he's grifting. He's just up there. I don't believe a word that is coming out of this man's mouth about what I don't believe it. I believe he is riding a wave to gain notoriety, to make money, and to become some type of political figure. And what he discovered was Republicans were the only ones willing to what shows does Stephen A. Smith go to predominantly? What shows? Do you think that these Republican, conservative talk shows, you honestly think they take Stephen A. Smith seriously? You honestly believe that? You honestly believe that they held an election tomorrow, they're going to vote for Stephen A. Smith? You honestly believe that? They're going to vote for him. Really? You're lost. He's just a useful idiot for them. That's all. Ain't no Republican vote for no damn Stephen A. Smith. They just like, thank you. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. They're the only ones that listen to him. They'll take him seriously. Everybody else knows. It's very easy for blacks to spot a grifter. It's easy. You didn't got to work hard to figure it out. And people like Stephen A. Smith get their grift. They're able to get their grift over on certain whites that fall for their nonsense. Some of them can see through it. Like when we revealed on our channel that he didn't vote for Trump. A lot of them like, yeah, but you're supporting Trump. You're saying this. Why didn't you vote for him? Even I saw a clip as I was preparing the show of Valuetainment where they were talking about, is Stephen A. Smith a political flip-flopper? Who don't know this? Who don't know this? It's so evident and it's disgusting. It's disgusting to me because I don't know why he's doing this. And he's doing it in a way like as if he's outsmarting all of it. Like, oh, they can't figure me out now. They don't know what I'm doing, bro. We all know. We all know. You're talking about, oh, why is she doing that? Why is she speaking like this? Have you been following what's been going on in the States over the last 10 months? Politics ain't what it used to be before. All of the decorum is gone. It's out the window. What are you talking about? American politics right now is the wild, wild west. And if you're up there doing that docile, oh, I'm going to be the right way, bro. Even Democrats are not checking for you. People that are support, they're like, man, grow a backbone, say something, do something. Do something, fight back. Who don't know this? The Republicans ain't playing. They're not joking with you. They took power because they were savage about it. They're not up there playing with you guys. Republicans were serious about power, about taking the White House. Ain't nobody playing with them. So you think, well, she should go out there and be down. Now, I don't support that type of rhetoric, but my friend, this is the world we're in right now. This is exactly what American politics is. So nobody can complain. This is what it has become. And you got grifters like this dude up here grifting all over the place, slipping and sliding. Oh, I don't understand what you're doing there. Your job is supposed to do this. Your job is supposed to do that. Will Stephen A. Smith pull up another video of Donald Trump and some people in this from his side to say that? No, of course he won't, because he's a grifter. A person that's truly independent will call out both sides. When was the last time you saw Stephen A. Smith do that? When? What are we talking about here, man? Please don't nobody take this dude seriously.